Okay, so we're back and now we're gonna make a homemade ranch. I am going to use xanthan gum for this. So the reason I am putting oil in the bottom is, as I had mentioned earlier, xanthan gum dissolves very easily in oil, and you like to do that. Again, I'm using 1/4 teaspoon. So what is ranch dressing, you might ask? Not add. What are we going to add to our ranch dressing? Basically, ranch dressing is something that uses the classic. You use buttermilk. Let me shake this good. This is Kate's buttermilk. It is markedly superior to any other buttermilk that you're going to get in this area. It is local. It is made in Maine. It has non-GMOs. It uses milk from contented cows. And I'm going with more. I'm going with 12 ounces of this. Okay. And I am going to put, that is a 1/2 teaspoon of the fresh ground black pepper. About a teaspoon of granulated garlic. About a teaspoon of the bamboo sea salt. Hey, do you guys want to check me? Let me see here. Okay, here's a 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, just about a 1/2 teaspoon. And so I'm a little bit light. I'm probably about 3/4 teaspoon, but you know something? You can always add more after you taste it. Another chef secret, and let me tell you, I've been doing this for a long time. You would be amazed how many chefs don't taste their food, okay? Seriously. If you get something you really didn't like it, my guess is the chef didn't taste it first. So I urge my chefs to really pretty much taste and sample everything, because even if they're making 5 gallons, you may be the one sitting down to like an ounce of demi-glaze. So it is important. All right, so now we're going to put some sour cream in here. I saw this. I thought this was pretty interesting. This does have a shelf life. And I am now up to, I was at 12, I'm up to 14 ounces. Let's see what we get with 14 ounces. Here, I'm just going to take that off. Okay. So here we go again. Oh, something I might add. Something that I didn't say in the original blender review. Make sure this is on tight, and if you spill any, like I did, because I'm making multiple dressings, that you wipe it out before you put it in there, because otherwise you have to do the whole thing all over again. Heard that click? Okay. You see the xanthan gum right there? Can you see it? I can. I don't know if you can. Let me show you. But it's right here. It's in that oil, and it has not done its thickening stuff yet because it needs something to mix with. So I think I've got most of it now. All right, so now I'm going to taste it. I'm not really liking the thickness I'm getting here. It is not nearly as thick as what I wanted. The flavor's there. The flavor's there. I don't want to add any more sour cream. I do want to add my herbs. I'm going to add a bunch of fresh parsley and a good amount of fresh dill. And that essentially is the little green specks you see in store-bought ranch. We'll put that in there. I am going to put in some of this tarragon mustard. What are you doing, Bruno? That's my dog, Bruno. He barks at everything and everybody. Barks at me every day I come home. I can't get him to stop. He's pretty obnoxious, but I love him. All right. So let's see what we're going to get there. And then we're going to talk about what we need to do to thicken this. Oh, lock. Look at how nice that is. I love blenders, in case you hadn't noticed. There's certain things that they do. Let me tell you, that they couldn't do before there was electricity. All right, so I'm looking at this again, and this is still a little too thin. So, pause the camera, my magic ingredients. All right. This is skyr Icelandic yogurt. I went to Iceland last year, and this yogurt is awesome. This is just a plain, it's whole milk. It would be similar to Greek, only smoother. And I am going to add a bunch of this in here. And that is going to get us the thickness we need and a very good volume of this. You'll have to use it quickly because you basically got until the middle of June. That's about a month. Let me just get another spoon or a fork. And at this point, you're really not going to want to blend it all that much. You're really going to want to blend it just enough to mix it. So this is going right to the top. We're at the capacity, so I would say you're making, it says maximum liquid 21 ounces. I'm a little over. Let's see what happens. I think that's what I did the last time, is I didn't have that on tight when I made that mess in there. All right, but we are, like I said, we're just gonna flash this. Click. We're done. All right, so here we go. I am pouring this out. You can kind of see how it pours. It's still a little bit thin, and that's just fine with me, and I'll tell you why it's a little bit thin. Because we did not use mayonnaise. That is why it's a little bit thin. But I think you'll agree when you taste it that it's got so much better flavor, and it probably has less than half the calories, okay? So it's a good, kids love ranch dressing. You're giving them something good, you're giving them something healthy and alive, and this is the way I would make ranch dressing at home.